Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the maiden flight of this aircraft here. I did a couple modifications to strengthen the main chassis here, and this is featuring my new 3D printed motor mount, which ended up working really well. So the first video I have here was the maiden flight, and I didn't get the takeoff, but I kind of threw it underhand for holding onto the top area. That was a poor choice because just the air doesn't get around the wings quick enough, and it kind of just goes into a high alpha, which is really hard to pull out of with the power system I'm running, which the ESC just can't pull really enough amps. I really should be running an 18 amp, but I have a 12. So this was the first flight at the airfield. I was still trying to wrap my head around how the plane flies. I originally designed it to be a slow fly kind of 3D plane, but I don't think that's really what it ended up being, and my skills really aren't dialed in enough to really show you how this would fly. But we're going to take a look at some of this is on a 2-cell 800 milliamp battery. Right there you see my ESC getting overamped. See, if you throw it underhand, it gets into a high alpha, just like you saw right there. Next one is one of my better flights. Once I kind of got myself dialed in and my head wrapped around how the plane flies and everything, it was flying much better. Orientation was definitely a problem because the plane is almost symmetrical top and bottom, but that can be worked out later. It does have the ability to fly pretty slow, and the glide slope wasn't too bad, but it does need some slight modifications to the wing. If you do build this wing, be very careful while you're building it because it's kind of hard to get it symmetric without a twist in it. I had a twist in one of my wings that I was actually able to bend out, but it didn't look very pretty when it was done, but it did fly very well. This was more of a proof of concept for me. If you're going to build this wing, make sure you sand down the trailing edge, not the elevator, but the trailing edge. So when you do glue it together, it comes into a nice sharp edge at the back there before your aileron starts. Next flight is probably one of my best flights. This was on a 3-cell, and you can see the power increases drastically, and it's a lot faster. Right there my ESC shut off because of the higher amperage, but once I restart it, which was lucky before it hit the ground, you can see it does have quite a large speed envelope because of the wing design. Several people were complaining about the elevator size, and I agree with you guys. It does look a little small for the plane, and I thought I was going to have elevator problems too, but the throws that I was using, once I got the plane dialed in and everything, the throws were so ridiculously small, it's not even funny. The elevator is perfect size for this plane in my opinion. But if you guys want to go ahead and make it bigger, please do. I'd like to see how it flies. But it flies really well, and the speed envelope is really good. It can go fast, slow, all over the place. Right here I tried to do a roll because I haven't really had a controlled roll flying an aircraft yet, just because I'm not skilled enough. And I didn't want to hit the pits, I didn't want the plane to come back into the pits, so I had to nose it into the ground, and the power pod actually ended up being fine. No damage whatsoever to the power pod, or the motor mount rather, and I also ran headlong into a stone wall with that motor mount. No damage whatsoever. I'm extremely impressed with its durability. In the next video, the engine in the background is a little loud, so I apologize ahead of time for that. Let me turn that down. Oh. as you can see right there, I kind of got into a weird kind of roll there. So if it stalls, I can't tell if it drops a tip or not. I don't think it would, but it might. So it needs a lot of testing, and I'm not really the one to fly this plane because I'm not really a super great pilot at this point. So I want you guys to fly. You guys tell me how you think it is, and I really suggest you put a bigger power system in it. The motor I'm running right now is, let me see, I have it right here. It is a Emax 1806 2280 kV, which is a very small motor for this aircraft in my opinion. I just had an abundance of them laying around, that's why I put it on. But if you guys are going to build this, I suggest you go with something a little bit bigger, maybe a 2204, 2205, or even a 2206, and the center of gravity is kind of right where the thickest part of the wing is. And put an 18 amp ESC on, 18 and up, please. But besides that, everything works really well. So I'll post the plans and everything, and I hope you guys enjoy.